Hello, today on Sensei Slot's YouTube channel we're going to go over the control unit functions and all the things it has to offer for the digital racing for 132 and 124. Here is the controller for your standard Carrera Digital race set. The red button is the lane changer, the green button you press it down and it adjusts the speed however hard you press it. The second controller is what we'll be using for the demonstration. It's a Aftermarket true speed controller. Comes with a sensitivity knob on the top, a brake button, and a lane change button. So to program a car, you hit code once, then the lane change, the lights will light up, the headlights will flash, and now your car is programmed. Keep in mind, every car you have on the track is going to be affected by the program that you set. Right now you see me programming two cars to the same controller. Now to set a ghost car or an autonomous car, you're going to hit the code button twice, the lane change. When the lights are done flashing on the CU, drive the car around until it's at the speed you want it, and hit the lane change button again, and now the car is programmed. Now we're going to do the pace car. On the CU, you press code 3 times, then you press the lane change button, all the lights will light up. When it goes back to the center light, drive the car around until it can go around all turns without crashing. Once you've achieved this, you want to press the lane change button again, and now the pace car will drive at that speed. Hit the pace car button on the CU and he'll pull into the pits. To get him back out onto the track during a race, you hit the pace car button. When you want him to return to the pits, you hit the pace car button again, and he'll pull in as you see here. And you're back to driving. Alright, now we're going to set the speed, brake, and fuel. So you press the speed, and the flashing lights are odd numbers. The solid lights are even numbers, so it's 1 through 10. Once you get it to where you have the speed you like, you'll press the start button. It'll cycle through, and now you're programmed. The braking is the same way. Cycle through, figure out what brake setting you're comfortable with, press the start button, and you're ready to go. The fuel is done the same as the speed and the brake. You press fuel, figure out how much fuel you want to have, cycle through them just like we did the others. Then you'll hit the start button, it'll cycle through, and you're all set. Again, this can do one car or all of your cars at one time. Now on the CU, you'll see there's a second fuel button or switch. It has off, on, or real. Off just means you can drive the cars as long as you want and never run out of fuel. And when it's switched to on, the cars can run around, they run out of fuel. When you're out of fuel, you pull into the pits, you fill up, and then you're back to racing. On real, this is probably the coolest setting from the CU, is the car behaves like a real car. When your fuel tank is full, it's heavier, drives a little slower, and shows lower brake effect. When the car is closer to empty, it's lighter, drives faster, and has a higher braking effect. Keep in mind, all fueling features require pit lane part number 30356 for all fueling functions to work with your CU. So using the CU to start races, you can either set it up to where you just turn it on and drive, or you can program it so it can count down for a start of a race. So you press the start button until all 5 LEDs are lit. Then it'll go back to the center. Then you press start again, get everybody ready to go. Press start one more time and it'll count down. When it gets to the last one, it goes to center and the race is on. So now everybody's ready to start a race. So you hit your start button, get all your lights lit up, then hit the start button again. It'll start counting down. Now if somebody pulls a trigger before all the lights are lit, the lights on the CU and the car will flash, revealing who jumped the gun. So now you have to hit the start button again to reset the race. You also have the ability to turn the sound off on the CU. You do this by Pressing the start button, hold it in, turn the CU on, let go of the button, it'll cycle through, and now the sound is off. If you want to reverse it, you just do the same thing. So now with the sound on, the start of your race will sound like this. Thank you for joining us today. I hope this was helpful. You can join us on Facebook at Cincy Slots, and we also have a YouTube channel for Cincy Slots displaying all our videos and tutorials.